Hey everybody, welcome back to the Old Swedes Farm. Wanted to do a video that was inspired from Kenny from Virginia. Kenny, thanks for the idea. Kenny was asking about our indoor coop and the construction. Now we've got a tour of our previous coop. Last year we had about 20 girls over the winter, and we had an outdoor coop that's an 8x8 coop, and then 14 by 18 run outside. With Minnesota snows and wind and all that and temperatures, we thought, you know what, let's protect the girls a little more. Everybody's helping us do the video today. So what we did is we built an indoor coop. It's in the pole barn. Pole barn's about 30 by 60. They've got a run of probably 2/3 of it, and then we built this coop in here. Now originally, this is where our new girls, what did we get, 30? 40 girls this spring, and so we had them inside, hatched, and had them in there for maybe 2 weeks. Then they came out here, and this was their protection. We built this to be Fort Knox. This is built to be bulletproof, to keep every kind of intruder out, and to keep them in. So, and we've added on as we've gone, as you've seen the laying boxes as they've aged. Oh, here comes everybody. What we used was 2x4s. This will be interesting. What we used was 2x4s. It is 7 feet tall, so 7-foot 2x4s is what we bought. 7 foot, and in the, let's start at the base. The base, we leveled everything off. We got some brick and used the brick so that the 2x4s were not sitting on the ground. We just laid a layer of brick all the way around, leveled it off, and used the barn itself as kind of something to base it off of. The big beams inside on the side walls are 10 feet apart, and on this way it's 8 feet. I wanted it to go right up to the big barn door. So our coop is 20, our run here, this whole coop run is 20 feet by 8 feet. We used the big beams as the sturdy support. Built the base and leveled. Then what we did was, we're using wire mesh, the wire, what's it called?
Half-inch metal fabric.
Metal fabric, half-inch metal fabric. It comes in 3-foot wide rolls. I don't want to be cutting odds and ends. This stuff gets sharp. We kept it at 3 feet, used 2x4s, laid the fabric down, stapled it, put another 2x4 on the other side. It's sandwiched in between. There is nothing going to get through this. As you can see, it's sandwiched in there. Nothing's going to get through this. And we built an entire wall out of 3-foot sections. So as you can see, 3 foot, 3 foot, a 3-foot door that's not on here. We took that off now because the girls are big enough they can come. 3 foot, 3 foot, 3 foot, 3 foot, and then to make it fit, the last piece, 2 feet. And then the 8-foot section here, 3 foot, 3 foot, and another section. So, piece of cake. Metal fabric, 2x4s, sandwiched together, 6-inch screws at the end. It's 20 feet 20 feet long, so we used 4x8-foot pieces of plywood. I've got the back end at about 7.5 feet, and this is 7 feet. There's a little bit of a decline, just in case some water were to pour on it, it would run off. Inside, it's a pole barn, so this pole barn's been here forever. Around the base, we just made sure that any gap was closed up. Any place where an intruder could come in, we sandwiched it up. Any place where something could crawl over the top, we took metal fabric and stapled it in place. This place, I believe, is impenetrable. So when we first started, the girls had the run of the run. They didn't need the roosting bars for a while. We added that later when they got a little bit bigger. We've added 2 other little roosts so they could get away from each other. The plywood around the base was an add-on late when we added the nesting boxes. I added little sheets of plywood on the back just to give the girls some privacy. They don't like laying eggs when someone's staring at them, especially from the back. So that plywood is nothing more than a backing for the nesting boxes. We added electricity in here. I had an electrician come in and just put an outlet in the corner. I've run some extension cords, so I've got some lighting. At night we come in, shut one of the lights off. This other light remains on all day, all night, just in case one were to fall off a roosting bar. They can get back on. With the electricity, we've got a fan in here. In summer, it can get kind of warm in here. So blowing some air on the girls at night keeps the temperature good. We throw wood shavings and hay down and go with the deep litter method. I dig this out. We're about due for a dig out. But the girls scratch and bury all their poop droppings and mix it all up. And then I will come in and take it to the compost pile and put down another layer. Very simple, I thought. Very simple using, I don't want to cut stuff much. So 7-foot studs, back to back, 3-foot, 4-foot by 8-foot plywood. I just got a single layer of 2x4s crisscrossing to give it some ribs on the roof for a little bit of strength. And then the protection all the way around. When the girls were young, we had the door on. This thing was Fort Knox. You weren't getting in. Now we have the door open and we've got all the entry points for varmints hopefully sealed off in the entire pole barn. Kenny, I hope that answered your, probably I went on and on too long, but this works great. Kind of a home within a home. I've got another roost outside. There's kind of 2 groups. We've got about 54 girls right now. Some of them sleep out there, some of them sleep in here. There's a shelf that came with the pole barn, or a shelf. This is where a bunch of them decide to sleep and poop every night. So we do some cleaning here. Ease of construction, ease of cleaning. Kenny, I hope this answered your question. Everybody, if you've got other questions on the construction, I don't think I've reinvented the wheel here, but it has worked really good for us for protection and for functionality. If you got questions, put them down below. If you like the video, give us the thumbs up. We'd like to see who likes the video. If you're not a subscriber, please join us. So thanks for joining and watching the video. Thanks, Kenny. Take care, everybody.